Good morning, everyone, and a warm welcome to this innovation session. My name is Pad, and I'm partner in Wipro's Full Stride Cloud team based in London. In my role, I work with customers, partners, and lead solutions and commercials to deliver customer outcomes. Agenda for today, I'll cover a little bit about Wipro, our innovation called Smart Eye Connect, which is our IP and a platform, and an application of Smart Eye Connect called Smart Building, something that we are very proud of, and the customers are enjoying the success of meeting their sustainability goals with smart buildings. About Wipro. Wipro are a family-owned business. We were founded over 75 years ago with a foray in consumer products segment in India. As some of you might know, Wipro's founder, Mr. Azim Premji, is a world-renowned philanthropist, and through his Azim Premji Foundation, he has donated over $10 billion towards charitable causes. As a company, we are very proud to say that every pound earned in profit, 69 pence of that goes towards charitable causes. And hence, as an organization, we have a huge focus on sustainability with a commitment to reach net zero goals by 2040. Over the past 45 years, Wipro has grown to become a major global IT services provider. We have over 1,500 active global clients serviced by our unique four global business lines and a strategic market unit model with an employee base of more than 260,000. In the UK, we have more than 4,500 staff located in our main offices in Holborn, Reading, as well as other offices in rest of the UK. In Europe, we are located across major cities like Zurich, Paris, Stockholm, Munich, and several other key countries like Poland, Romania, and Portugal, just to make sure that we give a good coverage to all our clients located in UKI and Europe. Wipro is a progressive company and committed to lead growth by innovation. We have a Technovation Center in Bangalore. We have our Silicon Valley Innovation Center located in US West Coast. And we have 23 digital pods open for collaboration with our customers and partners. Apart from this, we have partnered with Microsoft and created a showcase in Zurich and Dubai at the respective Microsoft Technology Centers, where we have customers come to visit and see, touch, and feel the innovation solution that we put forward called Smart Building. An outcome of the innovation that Wipro has been leading is Wipro's industry standard products, solutions, and frameworks. Connected intelligence is one such theme that weaves autonomous systems, devices connected by IoT, 5G, and it helps drive outcomes for our customers and partners. Under the IoT for sustainability, the innovation that we have created, it extends to a wide range of industries. However, we aim to help organizations with their goals to reduce carbon footprint and reach net zero goals. Our intention through the IoT for sustainability is to monitor, measure, and provide actionable insights towards consumption of water, waste, and energy, and reduce CO2 emissions. Some of the industries that have benefited from the connected intelligence theme extends to a wide range of industries, but particularly airports, manufacturing, retail, and cities. We have several use cases applicable, such as smart facility operations, intuitive workplace, utilities management, energy, waste, and water management, as well as lighting and parking control management. And we have also helped manufacturers and some of the airports to create digital twins of the buildings and the plants. In the IT sector, the solution can be extended to desktop and PC energy optimization and data center optimization, which will help hugely in further reducing the carbon emissions and reach your net zero sustainability goals. So to come to the platform that we have developed, it's called as Smart Eye Connect. The name Eye Connect suggests that the platform can be used for any device, any network, and it has in itself more than 100 communication protocols built into it to make all of this happen. This platform is a hard work of Wiproites, and not only the Wiproites, but also the partners who have been working with us very closely to provide access to their APIs and share the architecture designs with us in order to make this platform a reality and make it a smooth running operations when implemented. Hence, the platform has been presented at several innovation forums and it has received recognition and rewards across the globe. An application of the Smart Eye Connect, or a key use case that we have seen a huge adoption in the UK and European region as well as in the US region, is called smart building. And the entire smart building solution, or the smart eye building as we call it, is powered by the Smart Eye Connect platform. So in the next set of the presentation, I want to go over the smart building a little bit more, and hopefully you will connect to the benefits and the features of the smart building solution. So what is smart building? It's a platform. It's a ready to use solution. It's our IP. It is feature rich. Firstly, it is immensely helpful to measure and monitor a building's consumption of energy, water, occupation, space usage, as well as environmental hygiene conditions. During the pandemic, the environmental hygiene conditions were a huge focus, and therefore, during the pandemic, as we came out of the pandemic, we have incorporated all the protocols that are required to measure and monitor the air quality, whether it is indoor air quality as well as the outdoor air quality surrounding the premises. As far as the technology is concerned, the platform comes into a SaaS version as well as an on-prem version. In the SaaS version, there's a little bit of a scope for customization. However, an on-prem version can be customized and even modularized, suit the requirements of any enterprise. However, both the SaaS and on-prem version pack the same great features that are required. As I mentioned earlier, we have partnered with leading providers of sensors and have integrated their data points into the platform. Therefore, there's a single dashboard for all of the data points coming through the sensors into the platform. The system loads what we call as the BMS or architectural drawings and presents a 3D view of the data inputs. And therefore, the solution makes, in our perspective, an existing building smart, and also it helps make a new building smart. It is applicable for both existing and new buildings. So what is this framework or the solution? The platform offers an admin console. It is secure, it is scalable, and it incorporates data analytics algorithms that are core to the data being gathered from the buildings and presented to the users. So the platform, in a way, is useful to present a digital twin for facility management, such as detection of leaks and carrying out repairs. 30% of the work can be done remotely by using a digital twin, and the rest of the 70% obviously has to be done on the ground. And therefore, the system helps to improve the productivity of field services, the efficiency of the back office team, and therefore leads to sustainability related to buildings. I want to talk to you a little bit about the key features as well as the solution benefits. So there are several benefits offered by the solution. One of the main benefits, which is very pertinent today, is the reduction in the energy usage. Obviously, we are all aware of the UK and Euro facing the energy crisis and the prices related to that, both at the residential level as well as at the industry level. So the smart building solution, therefore, is particularly useful for new builds to gain an additional energy efficiency. And what we have observed is that in a new build, when the smart building solution is implemented, there's a further 5 to 10% improvement in energy management. However, the existing builds have benefited from higher savings on the energy usage. So we have observed a range of 10% to 40%, depending on the building size, the number of floors, and the square feet that is being monitored and measured. The sensors we require to achieve these savings is a combination of lighting controls, occupancy control, and the wellness, which is again combined with the BMS and gateway sensors. In addition to the energy performance, I want to call out that the assets as part of the digital twin solution or the monitoring of the assets, you can further rationalize the asset costs in terms of the annual maintenance costs, as well as where you require a refresh or not. You can make a decision depending on whether the asset has been used for how long the asset has been sitting idle, etc. You can make an analysis of that through the platform and therefore take a decision whether you want to keep the asset or you want to refresh it or you want to discontinue the use of it. So it's a great benefit from this platform, both in the digital twin as well as the energy management area. To give you a summary of the key features, it's obviously a plug and play system. And the platform itself provides a great visualization. So you can look at the various areas that are being monitored by the platform and take actionable insights. And obviously, observability and the management of the platform is built around one of Wipro's own solutions called OT Next. It's a service management platform, which I will talk about in some other session because the focus today is on smart buildings. So what I want to share with you today, and you will be interested to know as to how this platform looks when it is presented to the user. So I will give you a quick overview, summary view of the platform, the smart building management platform. So when you look at the dashboard, this is a very typical dashboard which we implement. The bottom half of the platform actually is a building that has been selected when we want to look at the views, various parameters. So it talks about the where the building is located. So in case the organization wants to monitor different floors, then it will also present which floor you're selected from a observability perspective. So the solution has ability to monitor multiple buildings of the same organization, and also within a building, it can monitor multiple floors as well as the outdoors. On the right-hand side, as you can see, there are details available for actionable insights as well as alerts. So while the dashboard presents a view of the building's carbon emissions, energy usage, air quality index on the main screen, all of the latest alerts are presented on the right-hand side, and the user can click on the latest alerts and drill down into the area that needs attention. And then based on the alert, the action can be taken, or it's just being treated as a warning and therefore nothing to be actioned. Similarly, because the analytics algorithm works in such a way that it compares the baseline objectives that have been fed in the system at the time of implementation to the ongoing data points that have been collected across from all of the sensors in different floors. It will therefore generate a recommendation that you are either meeting the baseline objectives or you're off the baseline objectives, and why you're off the baseline objectives. If you click on that, then it'll give you an actionable insight. What then needs to happen is using the guideline, which floor it is, which sensor it is, or which device it is, an action can be taken to resolve that particular issue. For example, one example would be a building that has 12 floors. And imagine that the 12 floors has a basement where cars are parked, and the ground floor has a reception area, and the rest of the 10 floors are occupied by people for various purposes. The basement floor can be monitored for occupation as well as lighting. So therefore, you will know a particular area that has been less occupied, the lights can be dimmed. On an ongoing basis, you can make that decision. Certain area, which is in the car park area, is always occupied. Therefore, you need to make sure that the energy efficiencies and the lighting over there is more efficient going forward. Similarly, the reception area, because people walk in, they leave, the doors are open, and you can have various arrangements for the deliveries that are being made from the reception area. Therefore, the reception area can be monitored for air quality, and that air quality as well as the temperature of the air can be measured. And therefore, again, you can translate that into the hygiene of the environment as well as the efficiency of the energy being consumed at the reception area. The rest of the floors are monitored for consumption of occupants' energy, water, and linked to how many people are occupying that floor at any point in time. So overall, you can, from this example, you can imagine that any building which is new or existing can be made a smart building in terms of achieving the sustainability goals through the implementation of smart building solution and this particular platform. Now, this particular platform can be deployed, as I mentioned earlier, in an on-prem version, and there is also a SaaS model. So the difference between the two was about the customization, ability to customize. However, when we say on-prem, it doesn't mean that it has to reside in a physical data center. It can be a virtualized environment as well as hosted in a public cloud. But when we say on-prem, it means the entire framework and platform is deployed to that particular enterprise requirements. Now, the enterprise may want to customize it for the look and feel. The enterprise may want to customize some of the additional sensors that they want to specifically collect the data inputs on. So all of those data points can be customized for the particular enterprise. In a SaaS model, essentially it is a platform that is deployed by Wipro, and it is deployed in a public cloud environment. Today we partner with Microsoft to host it. Obviously, it can be hosted in any other public cloud as well. But what we do in SaaS is we get the enterprise to help load their architectural drawings into the platform, into the SaaS version, and then connect the sensors to through the gateway. And using the data inputs collected, there's a standard dashboard that is flashed. There's a little bit of customization for look and feel. For example, the organization name, the logo of the organization can be, displayed on the main screen and the subsequent screens that can be carried forward. But some of the structure of the SaaS version essentially gives you the same dashboard that you will see for one customer or other customer. So what we have found is if an enterprise on its own is a global conglomerate or has multiple offices and buildings that they own, then they tend to go for the enterprise version or the on-prem version. And organizations that want to that are happy to go with a SaaS platform and have a specific need for monitoring a small number of buildings, they go with the SaaS model. So in case you are wondering, is this only a theoretical solution, or is this all just a somebody's innovation code, or do we actually have use cases? So we do have several use cases and case studies available with us. However, I would like to call out two case studies where we have implemented this and what are the benefits they have been having. So the first one is a case study for a UK-based organization. The organization essentially, uh, their main focus is facilities management. They have obviously other businesses. They have their own building, as well as they tend to take over the facilities managements for existing building as well as bid for new buildings. So for them, this is a fantastic um, platform to pitch in to their clients and win new business. And what has been achieved here? This is an application running on-prem. It is hosted on the company's Azure platform. We have implemented the BIM integration and 3D modeling into the platform. And the customer has realized for their own benefit, they have realized savings of 15% in facilities management through the measurement and monitoring of the sustainability parameters like air quality, bin sensors have been implemented, lighting controls and occupational sensors have been implemented. So through this implementation, they have themselves realized 15% savings in terms of facilities management for their own buildings. And they are extending this platform by hosting other clients into the same platform. The way it works is the sensors will recognize which customer or which building is being measured and monitored from an occupancy perspective or lighting perspective or air quality perspective, an occupational perspective. And for that customer, there will be a specific measurement. So in other words, this is a different kind of a customer where they are uniquely owning the platform for managing their own buildings as well as managing the buildings of their own customers. And the way it is structured is that we have provided the cost savings on the basis of square feet being monitored rather than the number of data points being monitored. How much square feet we are monitoring overall in a building, we monitor that and then give the measurements of savings accordingly. The second use case which we have, or a case study, is for a leading global health technology company. Now, in this case, the smart building is being consumed on a SaaS model. So we call it as WSIC, Wipro Smart Connect IoT platform, and it is hosted on Azure for a unified view, enabling the user experience and collaboration. They have used LoRa-based sensors and devices integration for occupancy, temperature, and leakage. And we have obviously implemented the Edge IoT-based local BMS, HVAC, and other sensor integration for analytics and control. There are several cost advantage that they have realized, but the main thing is they wanted to have 100% visibility on space usage and occupancy, which they have achieved. They have got more than 10% saving on real estate expenditure because they could consolidate the number of floors or the number of users being put in a particular floor. So they could monitor that and then they could measure that and decide, okay, this is the kind of square feet I need to really have and not the current that we have. Therefore, they could negotiate with their real estate owner through the leasing agreement and bring down the usage and therefore realize a savings there. They have realized that by reorganizing the floor space and the occupancies. They have further improved the employee interaction, and collaboration increased several times. It's tough to say this, but they have somehow figured that the amount of money they spend in managing the facility has been um, has been reduced. Obviously, they started with this solution during the COVID, during the pandemic times, but post-pandemic, they have continued to embrace this solution, and therefore they have an ongoing realization of more than 10% overall cost savings in the real estate. Okay. Apart from this, these two customers, we have um, looking at implementing this for manufacturers, manufacturers who own, who have warehouses. They also have factory operations. So the one use case is to create a digital twin of the warehouse as well as the factory, and control the air quality as well as the lighting sensors to monitor the consumption of energy. Water, that is another area being monitored greatly, where the factories may be using water to cleanse the product raw materials before it gets utilized into converting into products for themselves. So there are many, there are very deep and thorough um, operational improvements that we have envisaged for manufacturers. When it comes to asset monitoring, then energy and utility companies, they have installations. Mining companies, they have installations, and they have significant investments they have made in procuring assets and deploying those assets. So the asset monitoring using the Smart iConnect platform is another use case, where the early repairs can be conducted, without the equipment having to fail on its own first. So with that, in summary, I would like to state that the Wipro Smart iConnect is a fantastic platform, is one of the key IPs of Wipro that is helping our customers realize their digital journey and transformation through IoT. Thank you for listening, and you can get in touch with me at padmanabh.chakrapani@wipro.com, or connect with me on LinkedIn and send me a message, and I'll be happy to connect with you offline as well.